Pacific greetings from Sydney. Yes, I would say so. We have been successful, especially just measuring from the positive feedback that we received from our buyers as well as sellers. In terms of our sellers from the Pacific, they've said the buyers that they have seen in the past 2 days have been quality buyers, which they have been very thankful and happy that this is attached to the Australian Tourism Exchange in this case. I've been looking around the booths in the past 2 days, and I've seen just all of them busy doing meetings, productive meetings. And of course we're asking what's going to eventuate out of this. The number of bookings that they'll get, the contracts that they'll sign, which also will generate sales for these respective sellers. And of course we've got a multitude of different sellers. We've got national tourism offices, we've got hotels, we've got tour wholesalers, we've got airlines in this case. And and also we're just sending out a survey, and we're collecting it before the end of the day, seeking their feedback on the past 2 days. But I haven't heard anyone say anything bad about it. They've been thanking us overall for the past 2 days in coordinating it. I think the benefit for ATE for many of our sellers, particularly from the Pacific, is the long-haul buyers. And that's probably why they like it being piggybacking on the Australian Tourism Exchange, because most of the long-haul buyers will come to it. And we're talking about people from Europe, Asia, North America, etc. But also looking at opening new markets in this case, and looking at new buyers that are coming. That's the interest that we have from our sellers in the region. With New Zealand and Australia, most of our sellers or exhibitors that are here from the Pacific not only have representatives, but also some of them have offices, and I'm talking about the national tourism offices. So I think at the end of the day, Spte to them, the value to them is the actual long-haul buyers that actually attend our show. I must admit that it's quite hard to say that the increase in tourism arrivals, because at the moment we've got about, in 2016, 2 million. So it's steadily increased from 2011 from about 1.4 million or so, slowly, in a rate of about 3% average throughout the past 6 or 7 years. This is one of the contributing factors, and also of course the efforts of the individual countries. And of course you've got Fiji, who takes about 40% of the 2 million. They have their own marketing efforts as well. So I can't say it's Spte alone itself. There are many factors that are involved, but Spte contributes to helping increase the arrivals. And that's the whole thing with the South Pacific Tourism Organization. We're adding value to the individual efforts of each country, and also bringing them all under one umbrella in terms of a regional presence in the markets, particularly, and particularly for our long-haul markets as well. Because let me say, Rachna, no one will come from if you go overseas in Europe, etc., you identify yourself not as an individual, and you say you're from the South Pacific, and then they'll be able to identify where you are. And then they say South Pacific, and then Fiji, or if it's Tonga, Samoa, etc., and they'll understand in this case. That's the whole idea of the Spte. As I said before in one of my speeches, Spte is one umbrella where every of our member countries come under. And of course, we are all here because of our passion of the Pacific, and also as well as the journey that we want in the tourism sector to increase tourism arrivals in this case. Yeah.
Right. And And what are you hoping the buyers take back with them at the end of today? I mean, you're obviously hoping that there'll be a lot of bookings as well taking place.
Yeah, I think what I'm hoping is that they have a better understanding of what products we have available in the Pacific, better understanding of the destination, also the ability to see opportunities in the Pacific, in the tourism sector, and the ability to go back and with this enhanced knowledge to increase our profile as specific destinations, as well as educate the people in the front line in their respective offices to be able to sell and promote our Pacific nations in this case. And also I'd like to see more packages developed, including maybe multi-destinations in the Pacific, or even multi-destinations, etc., that will be able to sell our Pacific Islands, or even if we get to the stage of having a mono-destination on a package. To me, that will be a big achievement, that one of our islands who have not been featured in a tour wholesaler's brochure comes up on that with a package on that island, etc., in this case. So I think at the end of the day, it's basically seeing that that they promote the Pacific and also sell the Pacific at the end of the day. Spte to me, it's the greatest benefit is when we'll be able to attract quality and high number of buyers, which I'm talking about, whether it's tour wholesalers or travel agents from overseas, and particular media. And to me, that's the key to it, as well as the quality of business that the sellers or our Pacific island countries and businesses get out of Spte, because the focus is on them. So it's a business. It's a buyer-seller exchange in this case, and the productivity of this whole effort is for them to get the merit and also the benefits out of it. How to grow Spte? We must improve the number of buyers, the quality of the buyers, as well as the new buyers from new destinations, to make it more productive for our sellers. And also if we can get some of our destinations in the Pacific who have not attended to come and attend, as well as their private sector. So the larger the numbers in our sellers, the larger the numbers of the buyers, but all should be in quality in this case in the future. Also, we need to be very strategic with SPTO and also our member countries on where we want Spte to sort of piggyback on other tourism exchanges in terms of getting the best for the buyer as well as the seller.